Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully everyone is having a blessed day. As always, Godspeed and love you all. So this came in perfect timing, this specific part, and I gotta say shout out to J&L. They are one of the first companies I've ever actually worked with on a part. With some other small stuff, but it's usually crap. But this company is awesome, J&L. Shout out to these guys because brand new catch can. Usually we go with JLT, but I don't think JLT is making them anymore. So J&L is the moves. If you guys want one, link in the description. They didn't give me a promo code. They should have gave me one because I know you guys are going to run it up. So go message J&L. Tell them thank you. Really appreciate it because the Dark Horse officially got its first ever oil change today. Right around 700 miles. Let me show you guys the exact. I think I dropped off the shop with like 715. Give or take. Made it back to the house, 761 on the dot, and the Dark Horse, I'm not gonna lie, is a little disgusting. We're gonna have to clean this thing up before the road trip, and it's gonna be a long one. But we don't only have one mod to install today, so these are two of the top mods that I would highly recommend if you have any sort of Mustang, any Coyote. They also offer the catch cans for EcoBoost models also too. They reached out to me and they told me they need someone with an EcoBoost one to do it. So if you guys want an EcoBoost, if you have an EcoBoost one and you want one, hit them up because they'll probably will work with you. J&L, yet again, awesome company, and they came just in time. This car's about to get 4,000 or 5,000 miles thrown at it in a matter of 2 weeks. So that catch can, we're gonna show you guys some updates along the trip, see if it actually works, how well it's working, and I'm gonna give you guys some updates. So like I said, this oil change maybe has 20-25 miles on it max, so perfect time, no better time to throw this thing on. We also have one more part to speak about, and this is a part that I said everyone should need. It will make your life easier, make a tow truck driver's life easier if you ever have a flat or anything and you need someone to change it. Jacking rails. So I have yet to open the box, still just came in as of yesterday, but these are Steeda jacking rails, and the reason I went with Steeda, they're a little bit more. I have BMR, I think, on Apollo, and then on the Shelby we have, I think, similar ones the previous owner put, but they're kind of the same. They are very similar. The reason I went with the Steeda ones, like I told you guys, I am going to be road coursing this car. This car is already very heavy from the factory. It's over 4,000 pounds with me in the car. Probably 4,200. I think these are 3,900, 3,950 as curb weight. So 200 more pounds in the car. Yeah, and plus all the luggage, all the gear and everything. But besides the point, these ones are 25% lighter than every other brand. So that's the reason I went with these over every other brand. And it's going to be a little tight fit because I'm not putting on the lift. The lift's even more of a pain in the ass. So we're going to climb under the car. Hopefully we get these jacking rails installed today. Also, because when we're at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, we're racing in case I want to throw on a different set of rear tires. We can do that to go slide around. And this is going to make my life so much easier when we're at the track. Because literally you can just put the jack here. You can put the jack anywhere along here, and I have them on Apollo already, and I'm telling you guys, it is so worth it. Spend the whatever it is, 150 bucks. Just do it because the jacking points on the cars from the factory are not the best. That will clearly make your life so much better, and you'll be thanking me after you do it because you don't want to pinch any of the seams underneath the car. That, and if anything, it's going to make your car even stronger too, just in case of a side impact. You're adding a thick metal bar like this completely from right there all the way to right there. So you never know. It can actually stiffen up the car just a little bit, but that's just my perception on it. Let's start working on the catch can. All right, guys, let's unbox it, see what we got going on. They did ask me what color I wanted, and we went with the black one. It was either black or silver. So shout out to them again. Link in the description. Go run them up. Go show them some love. Hopefully they sent me a sticker. I would like a sticker. Sticker is very important for this. Ooh, is that some koozies? Hey, let's go. Shout out J&L with the koozies. Might need them on the trip. Boom. Sticker. Let's go. That's the only reason I do car stuff. Not gonna lie. Stickers. Look at this. They actually sent oil changing stickers, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna save them. You never know. You could use them on the truck and stuff. But yeah, it helps you keep track. I always use the digital stuff or I write it down in my notes. So nice little mounting bracket. Tubes look very nice. Yeah, that is a super nice catch can. Wow. Very similar to the JLT, what I've noticed, and the hoses look nice, the clamps look nice. Wow, this is gonna be super easy. All right, so check this out. Looks like it's gonna mount up somewhere. I would assume maybe on passenger side. We're gonna take a look at the directions. I don't think this is gonna be too difficult, but this is a little different than the S550, the previous generation. I'm gonna pop the hood and show you guys how Apollo is because that catch can is gonna be different than this catch can, and granted, it's still a Coyote. So check this out. If you guys like watching racing videos, I would assure you to go back to my channel and go watch this video. This car is named Apollo, And this is one of my favorite Mustangs of all time. This is my NA drag racing build. Eventually we'll be doing boost, twin turbos, and stuff like that, but I wanted to show you guys this catch can real quick, not to get too far off topic. See, this is the JLT one. Clips there, very simple. So it's definitely going to be different than the S550, so this will be the first install on the S650. But yeah, go run up the racing video I just did with this car. Really good races in there, and I highly recommend go checking that out. We're breaking records with this car, my personal records, no world records or nothing. And then eventually we will be throwing twin turbos or a massive, massive Whipple under on this car. All right, so let's take a look at these directions, see what we got working with. And that is not directions. And this is the directions, I think, right here. First step, mount it up to the side, and it comes with a free Hellcat right there. All right, this is actually pretty cool, and I do like this a little bit better. Check this out. So on the instructions, like there's no actually like a pamphlet or whatever. They did their own install video. So there's a link right here, or you can just stay watching this one. Yeah, that is the link. Install video, install directions right there at the bottom too. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Now I've got to find a spot for the J&L sticker. Thank you for the sponsorship. And we're gonna put you up there right next to VMP. All right, so there's two hoses you're gonna wanna remove. First off, right off the bat, first step I'm gonna say is loosen up your engine cover just a little bit, pull it up just to be safe. And then there's a hose here that goes from that side of the motor all the way to the middle, dead center. And then there's this one right here that connects to the driver's side intake, all the way back to right there, right where your strut tower brace is right there. So first step you're going to want to do, after I said you do all that also, you're going to want to mount this up right off the top. As you're going to see, the logos are identical, and you're going to want to put this one, the mounting bracket, right on top of the catch can, and you're going to screw it in. 2 Phillips screws are going to go right in there just like that, and it's going to be mounting up right over where your coolant expansion tank is, like I just said. And yeah, we're going to get this screwed on first, and I'm going to show you guys the next step. All right, to make this easy for you guys, you're going to want to mount it up to where the hoses are facing the opposite direction, and the longest hose is going to be towards the front, because the longest hose is obviously going to have to travel the farthest all the way to the other side, right over there. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to get it mounted up, but where it's going to sit to give you guys an idea, just to kind of give you a little ballpark right there. It's going to sit right there. That's a 10 mil with an extension you're going to need to get that out. And then we're going to mount it up first. And then I'm going to start disconnecting stuff to show you guys how to run it the best way. They do recommend removing this one just to make your life a little easier, so you don't have to like bend it all up trying to get through there. And then it's going to run behind the throttle bodies, just behind there. But watch out, there is a lot of tubing back there you don't want to mess up. And then obviously right across all the way and connect it right there to the other side. All right, we got both hoses connected. This was passenger side, and this one over here is driver's side. So you can see the difference between the two a little bit. Obviously, I think they color code them. See, this is gray for passenger, or sorry, gray for passenger and blue for driver. So that's something interesting right there, just in case y'all don't flip-flop them while y'all are doing it. A little hard to film and do this at the same time, but very, very simple install. Like I said, 10 mil right there with the extension, and you're gonna definitely need 2 hands for this, so I'll pop up my engine cover just so you guys can see again. You're gonna want to run it under, I think that's the DI little pump right there for the direct injection. You're gonna run it under that orange thingamajig. Yeah, run it right under there, and you're gonna see it's kind of in a tight spot. It snaps in right in the middle, if you want to look as a perspective, right in the middle of both throttle bodies. So dead center right there, clipped in, and all the way over to the passenger side. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Wrapped up, put your engine cover, push it back down, and it's right over here, mounted up to the coolant reservoir right over here. You're going to use the same bolt, no extra bolts needed. Just take that one out and slide that on top and put it back down. You're good to go. Last piece of the puzzle is you're going to want to put this back, but when you do it, you want to slide it under the hose just so you don't kink anything up. Don't be a rookie when you do it. I did it the first time and messed it up, and now that looks much better, fits better. This is on, just gonna snug that up a little bit, but you can see how the lines are ran. You really can't even tell, it almost looks factory, and I like how they routed it. So it goes under the engine cover, and it looks honestly better. It looks so much better. That really does look factory. And I like how they have the mounting bracket over than like on the S550s, they kind of just have it hanging here. So that does look so much better in my opinion. Here we go. We got the jack and rails all unwrapped right now. They look pretty good. And this was one of the reasons I kind of also went with this kit, is because they have little rubber grommet things that cover the holes. So no water, no debris or anything gets up in there, which is pretty nice. Hopefully it does the job. I might have to put a little bit of super glue on it just to hold it, because I don't know how long they're gonna last. I mean, maybe we could just send it, put them up there, and see if they survive this whole trip. That'd be a true testament. It's just a jack and rail from Steeda, bro. Sniff it. Do they have any animals? Is that a yes or a no? Answer me. I'll take that as a yes. All right, so both are on the same side, or not both on the same side, absolute idiot. Both can be used on opposing sides, it really doesn't matter. Just like that, they should bolt right up. Just gonna have to figure out which socket we need, and that's simple. And you can see how it sits right up against the car, like how it would be. So in case of an impact on driver or passenger side, this piece of metal is pretty thick, I must say, and it would definitely help with an impact if you or the passenger are getting hit from either side. And it doesn't look like we're gonna be installing the jacking rails today, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because the underneath of the S650s is completely covered with carpet all the way to the seam. So I don't know if they call for the carpet to be cut. Yet again, the Dark Horse is brand new. I have yet to see anyone put jacking rails on the S650. On the S550, I've done it to 4 cars now. My car, Colin's car, his previous car, we did them to all the cars pretty much. We've had jacking rails on everything. So it's actually a really super easy install. Like on Apollo, since it's jacked up just a little bit more, we're actually able just to literally slide under the car and literally feed the bolts in and put everything in and bolt it down, and it's super easy. But I'm gonna show you guys, climb under the car. Before you buy them, or even I'm gonna have to contact CETA and see what the actual requirement is for. Because when I did order it, you have to type in the car and see what it needs to be called for. But I don't really want to cut the carpet. There might be an alternative way of doing it. It didn't come with directions, so before I mess anything up, just trying to get this video done, I'd rather show you guys how to do it correctly. So stay tuned, that'll be for another video. Let me climb under the car, show you guys what we got going on, because I was dead set on getting this done today. I wanted it done before the road trip, but it is what it is. Let me kick this thing back on. Flashlight activated. And we live. So you can see where the carpet is. This is all carpet now. All that material. So see all these bolts, how they go along that whole line? The jack and rail is supposed to sit right along the seam, but I don't know if it's gonna sit smooth. And another reason I didn't do it, you guys are thinking, oh, it's probably just carpet. So right here is actually exactly where it's supposed to mount up with those 2 bolts right here. Directly where my finger's touching, bolt 1 and bolt number 2. And then if I bring you guys down just a little bit more, see where the carpet starts right here? There's a nice lip, and that hangs down at least another inch and a half. So that's hanging down, and the jack and rail is gonna have to run right along there. And in order to do that, I have to push the carpet all the way up. So I don't know if we're gonna have to cut anything, but better safe than sorry. We're just gonna have to wait and get it done the right way. But I must say, these parts do feel actually a lot lighter than the other ones. The other ones, you could have did some damage with it if you actually hit a car with it. These are really light and they feel strong. So that is a good thing. I'm actually really happy I went with these. But yet again, on the new generation of stuff, you don't know what you're getting into. And I thought it was gonna be super easy, but I just don't wanna mess anything up. This is a super nice car and I really wanna take care of it. And shout out again to J&L for hooking me up with that awesome catch can setup. Highly recommend them. The install super easy. You guys just watched it. Took me about maybe 15-20 minutes max. Just want to make sure you're doing everything right, and you want to make sure when you do this, also to note, you don't want to kink any other hoses up just to be safe. Just make sure you double check everything. Give you guys one last good look through, and it is just that simple. Very easy, and this will save your Coyote engine in the long run, I promise you. All right guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you again, J&L, the catch can system. Super easy to install, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend getting it. Fits the Dark Horse. It's going to fit all S650s perfectly, and I'm super stoked to see how it actually works on this trip. We're about to put 4,000 to 5,000 miles, like I said in the beginning of the video, on the car. So we will be putting the car and the catch can to the test, but before we close out today's video, I got to show you guys this. This is my coffee, and you guys have been absolutely crushing it. This is the last bag I have left at my house. Light 'em up, light roast, and it is one of my favorites. I go through this coffee like water. It is some of the best coffee I've ever had, because every order we import it fresh from other countries all over the world, and we make the bag exactly how I like it, and we taste test it. It was proven, it was perfect. So this is my blend. This is the way I like it for all different styles of coffee. So please run it up, link in the description. Much love as always. Before I forget, if you guys want to go watch one of the best videos I think I did in a long time, Apollo got to race this car called The Godfather. It was one of the closest races I've ever had in my entire life. It felt like it, honestly, it felt like a Fast and the Furious movie. Go run it up, link in the description for 3 new shirts that should be live on the website right now. If not, we still have some badass shirts on the website. Like I said, coffee's on there too. Much love as always, guys, and deuces.